We're all looking at the same thing. Thank you for joining us for another perspective from the Sag Nasty If Anybody Asks Me podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel. Or don't. Just sit back, say nothing, do nothing, and watch as we bare our souls to you. We got it from here. Sag Nasty.
So me and my dad, we pull up and we're setting our score, and all of a sudden the next group to us is Chris, and like
he was actually a good bowler.
Yeah, no, Chris and his mom, and I'm thinking, calling this guy bowling shoes, and he I want to say he did have his own bowling shoes, and I can just remember
he was good.
Both of us like not trying to pay attention to each other, but looking at each other's score.
So after that moment of long hair and you moved to the slick back Pat Riley is when we finally met, and that's usually where I start. It's usually where I start the podcast off, but as you can see, we had a lot of preface.
Well, I think
because I know you in a different way, so there's a lot of details I wanted to know about before I met you. Do you remember our first meeting, or like how we met?
I'm trying to remember that. I can remember you. I remember you had like this Michigan State like sweatshirt.
Okay.
This might not be the first time I meet, but this is like a memory I remember of you. Like it had like the old Sparty, like the like the old like face. If I remember, you had a little bit of a high top fade. Stonewashed jeans. I think I can remember that.
Oh, I think you're looking at the photo. That's probably why.
I'm not.
No, you're seeing it. I mean, in your head, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
That's a lot of my first memories of people too, is like their yearbook picture.
I got to assume, did you play basketball for Township that year?
Definitely. I played on Dino's team. Dino was my dad, but I didn't meet you that way though.
My first coach was Mark Damon's dad, who passed away. God rest his soul. Was Mr. Damon?
Mr. Damon, yep.
But
he was my baseball coach.
Sorry, that was in fourth grade.
Yeah, it was in fourth grade.
I didn't start football or basketball till fourth grade. So this would have been. Yep. We didn't play against each other in soccer.
No,
it was t-ball, wasn't it?
Nope.
Gym class?
Probably not, because we had different classes. I don't think the classes mixed, did they?
No.
Yeah.
It got to be somewhere on the playground playing football or something.
For some reason, and I don't know either, but I'm pretty sure it's because of Steve.
Okay.
Were you friends with Steve in third grade?
That's when I first met him. Yes.
Yeah.
Him and I was friends with DJ before.
Yeah.
And I remember Chris Reynolds before. I remember Chris Reynolds in second grade. Seeing.
I don't know how you remember Chris Reynolds unless you met him before you met me.
Well, so the quick story on Chris Reynolds is how I remember him is in second grade, he had a pair of Jordans, and hold on, because I actually have. Hold on.
Yeah.
This, but
yeah.
So he had in second grade, he had these Jordans.
I remember those shoes in fourth grade, though. I do remember that. That's crazy.
And I remember we didn't like each other because and I didn't make fun of people, but for some reason I was like, those look like bowling shoes.
Yeah, I remember that. I swear that's fourth grade because I wasn't there second grade. That's so interesting.
No, it was second grade.
Yeah,
maybe not. Might be wrong.
It's got to be fourth grade. It's got to be, because if you knew Chris Reynolds before, your relationship would have been different. I would have noticed it because you and Steve would have known him longer than you knew me. And it didn't feel like that. It felt like Chris was new.
Whether it was second grade or fourth grade, I just remember calling them bowling shoes, right?
Yep.
We never caught. And then all of a sudden, one thing that me and my dad would do is we'd go play putt-putt or we'd go bowling. And we were at, what's the one on Bay Road there?
I don't know, but yeah, something lanes.
Stardust?
Maybe Stardust, yeah.
I think so. The State Lane was on State Street, obviously.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
so me and my dad, we pull up, and we're, setting our score, and all of a sudden the next group to us is Chris, and like
He was actually a good bowler.
Yeah, no, Chris and his mom, and I'm thinking, I'm calling this guy bowling shoes, and I want to say he did have his own bowling shoes, and I can just remember like
he was good,
like both of us like not trying to pay attention to each other, but looking at each other's score.
Yep.
I remember that interaction, and then
I think it was 4th grade. He was a good bowler. I remember that. He was actually a really good bowler.
That'd be. I could have swore though. I'm wondering when.
Because then you can look in the yearbook. Yeah, you have to ask him. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't in the 3rd grade.
Exactly. I think he came from Flint in 4th grade. So I think we met through Steve, is my guess. Because Steve went and then he left and then came back. I don't know about that, but by the time that I was there, he lived in Camelot, and I didn't meet him right away because he was in your class with Mrs. Graper. But
Eddie Rendon was a really close friend of mine.
Yeah, he was another one. Yep, exactly. But I met Steve eventually in the neighborhood, and
he lived at Waterside for a bit.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, you're right. That does sound familiar.
He was at Waterside first, and then I want to say he came in, then he went back because he was at Plainfield.
So he was at Camelot when I got there. That's all I remember. And I think you came to visit him. And
it wasn't Pheasant Run?
No, he was in Camelot. Then he was in mine with Oak Ridge Forest. Pheasant Run was across the street where we played basketball. Yeah.
Okay. In Oak Ridge Forest was the townhouses.
Townhouses, exactly. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, where you've been. So I think that's how we met, and then we all kind of played sports together.
So I was visiting Steve.
Or you know what that is? I bet we
Chris
met
at his house next. Chris
I
at his
think
house
we met at recess. We must have met at recess in football. Yeah, that makes sense. Recess. Yeah, playing Nerf Turbo football.
Yeah, we play. Yeah, and then with Teddy Pasek, Mike Mays.
And that's my first memory of you, and I'm so sad. That's my first memory. My first memory is when we got in a fight pretty quickly. I actually got in two fights.
That was in like 5th grade.
You think it's in 5th grade?
5th grade.
Okay, it wasn't 3rd grade.
We were at the other. So you had the long hallway, right? Where the classroom were, and you come out, and that's the basketball courts with the swings. And then if you go to the left was where the gym was, but there was a little
on the side there. Yeah, we were playing there. I remember
we were
too.
Playing football there.
Yep.
And we got in a tussle, and I remember you pulled you tried to hockey.
Somehow you bent over at the waist. Yeah, somehow
I remember you trying to knee me.
I think it was a kick. It was a kick.
Where I was like, what are we doing? And then I remember we had music class together afterward. We were still talking shit to each other.
I got beat up. I got beat up almost on day 1 when I got to Westdale, which was so funny, by Jamie Earl. And so it was a very similar situation. We're playing football. He's a grade older than us. And we're playing football at recess. He wasn't trying to fight me at all. And it was kind of those same things where he was grabbing me, and I was like, what are you doing? And I pushed him. And the next thing I know, I'm getting whitewashed, and I'm just getting smoked. So whitewashed. And I I got all the snow out of my face, and there was literally no one out there. I was alone in the middle of this field, and only the lunch lady was looking at me like, what are you doing? Get inside. That was
in 3rd grade?
Yeah, my nose was bleeding, and the lunch lady told Mr. Webb, and he said that this is a bad start for you. You just got here and you got in a fight, and I was scared after that. Mr. Webb was very scary for me.